There's a famous saying that I really like. I use this in a lot of my teacher trainings. It's only God knows how many apples are in an apple seed. Only God knows how many apples are in an apple seed. And what this basically means is that we go through life and we plant apple seeds, and some of them won't even grow. Some of them will grow into a tree that isn't under the best of conditions and won't produce many apples at all. And some will grow and they will produce apples upon apples upon apples, all of which have seeds in them that will then go and produce apples of their own, apple trees and then apples of their own. The problem, though, is that we don't get to see the apple tree or count the number of apples any given apple tree produces. Our job is not to count apples, it's to plant apple seeds. And this is at the crux of the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna, when he's talking about the yoga of action or karma yoga, talks about action without attachment to the outcome, action without attachment to the fruit of action. And this can be really, really difficult. If I do good deeds, I want good things to come back to me, right? If I invest in our relationship and buy you a nice Valentine's Day card and chocolates, that you are going to love me forever and ever and ever. We have attachment to our actions everywhere we turn. We're attached to touching our toes in yoga. We're attached to getting good grades. And we're attached to never getting sick and never feeling emotionally unsettled. And of course, all of this is a fool's errand, because sometimes we struggle with our grades and sometimes we get sick and we will even die someday, and sometimes we feel upset, we feel anger, frustration, jealousy, right? Life is a series of experiences, and if you're attached to those outcomes, it can be pretty depressing and fearful. But when you start taking meaningful action in your life, knowing that it frequently doesn't turn out the way you hope, then you can really move forward with a bounce in your step. You have more energy. If you're doing activist work, you may not solve a social problem in your lifetime. This is the genesis of Martin Luther King's "The arc of the moral universe is long but bends towards justice." You may not live to see the ultimate end to the story. You may even see things happening that appear to be the opposite of what you had hoped. But yet we still keep taking action. We still keep doing things mindfully and from our hearts. And if we do that enough without getting focused on the fruit of the action and focusing on the mindfulness and the compassion behind the action itself, we will get where we need to go. But we have to have faith. We have to have faith that if we keep planting those apple seeds, there will be many, many apples coming in the future. I hope you found that helpful, both on your yoga mat and in your life. If you'd like to keep in touch with me, I put a link below. It has ways to connect with me on social media, to subscribe to YouTube and other places I'm around. And if you'd like to jump into a free online yoga class as my guest, I would love to have you join me, or jump into my free meditation class, Mindfulness for Busy Minds. I look forward to seeing you again.